two had that altercation. I think it was near the T-Mobile Arena, and it looked like that fight's been brewing for a long time. Are you convinced that he doesn't want to fight you, though?
I'm convinced.
What makes you convinced? It's a big fight for both of you.
Is he a free agent?
Yes.
He's free to go where he wants. He's free to fight who he wants.
That's what he said. I'm not with Eddie Hearn anymore.
Here I am. So there you go.
What happens in that fight between you and Edgar? How do you beat Edgar Berlanga?
Fake his ass.
There you hear from the horse's mouth. What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Caleb Plant continuing to call out Edgar Berlanga, man. And I'm going to continue to make videos about this. Why? Because my channel is a channel that supports Caleb Plant. I'm a Caleb Plant supporter. Big fan of Caleb Plant. I'm going to continue to rock with my guy. And Edgar Berlanga is kind of just like losing it, bro. Like I don't understand what's going on with this guy. This guy Edgar Berlanga, like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, you ever had that person where it's like, or like, I don't, just somebody like that athlete that that you want to like, but it's like, bro, I just can't agree with the stuff that he does. Like, that's Edgar Berlanga for me. Like, I wanted to root for him, especially when he was coming up with Top Rank, and you know, he was coming out, you know, getting like got 16 knockouts straight or whatnot. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, maybe this dude could actually be something. And then, you know, he finally steps it up by fighting I think he was fighting like C-level guys, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember the names, but when he started stepping up, these were guys that like are on a C-level, guys that Triple G was, I think it was Steve Rose was one of them, guys that, you know what I'm saying, just C-level fighters, and, you know, the knockout stopped or whatnot. But I don't want tripping about that, because it was more so like, you know, it is what it is. You're not going to be able to knock out everybody. But, you know, he had 4 decisions in a row. And then, you know, he just he got a gift from the Lord himself with the Canelo. God gave him that, like, God sent him a gift. Because that was crazy to me, like, you know, with the fact that he got a Canelo fight, you know, and I'm not one to ever say that, you know, obviously, if it's, you know, you got to get your money and all that type of stuff, but I will say that it was fighters that I felt like deserved to fight with Canelo more than he did or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so he got the Canelo fight, then he just went on this campaign of this losing campaign, like celebrating the fact that he didn't get knocked out by Canelo, but you still lost, but he's celebrating that. And then he just fought this dude that like just got out of prison and looked like he swallowed a tire and it got stuck in his stomach. Just very weird, and I'm not knocking him for fighting like a nobody. I mean, like, the dude is coming off of a loss or whatnot, so, you know, I'm not knocking that, but it's like, you know, the fight was on the undercard. I just, you know, now he's going around, and I need somebody to confirm this, because I heard that he told or made I don't know if it was a tweet or if he said that, you know, that he feels like he's the A-side against Caleb Plant. Man, bro, you are tripping. First of all, let's not forget, bro, like, okay, his pay-per-view numbers with Canelo did good, and I was shocked. I was definitely shocked. I didn't expect for that to do so well, but Caleb Plant's numbers did very, very well as well. But, like, bro, Caleb clearly has the better resume between the two, bro. Caleb Plant has been in there with David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez. Bro, let's check this out real quick. Before y'all, I always tell y'all, when you're dissecting the resume, it's not just about who you fight, but when you fought him. And he was in there with David Benavidez when nobody wanted to fight David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? But he been in there with David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez. He's beaten Anthony Durrell, knockout of the year, bro. By the way, that was a knockout of the year. Like, that was just beautiful. I was not expecting that. Who would have ever thought that Caleb Plant being on a card with Deontay Wilder, Caleb Plant would have the knockout of the night? Even though Deontay Wilder knocked out Helenius in 1 round, I think we was, you know, that was more expected. Shout out to the champ Deontay Wilder. This is also a Deontay Wilder support, you know, platform. You know, I support Deontay Wilder to the fullest, and he got a fight coming up too. But anyways, not get sidetracked. Listen, bro, Caleb Plant wants all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he deserves it, man. Like he deserves to be able to get the fights with Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga is now a free agent. Why not go ahead and sign with the PBC and get you a fight with Caleb Plant? You know, I think that Edgar Berlanga was talking to something about fighting Jaime Munguia, which would have been a bigger fight before Jaime Munguia got stopped, and Jaime Munguia got a rematch. And I think that Jaime Munguia will right his wrong. I definitely feel like he'll still win in the rematch, but it's like I felt like that would have been a bigger fight. That would have been a big fight before Jaime Munguia just got stopped or whatever. But you know, so Jaime Munguia has his fight coming up or whatever. Caleb Plant has a free day. He has a slot for him in May, I believe. He's supposed to be fighting on a doubleheader with Jamal. Now I don't know if they are going to. I would assume if you base it on the history of the sport, having them two on the same card, and then they already have history with each other, I would assume that they're gonna lock horns later this year. But you know, I still think that, man, like Caleb Plant should you know, I think that he would. I think that I would love to see him and Edgar Berlanga go at it. I think Caleb Plant's style is just wrong, all wrong for Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga has issues with guys that can box, guys that can move. If you go back and watch, you know, that's why, you know, he has issues with guys that can move or whatnot. And Caleb Plant is somebody that I just think the stylistic is just a nightmare for someone like Edgar Berlanga. Now it is kinks, you know, to Caleb Plant's armor. You know, obviously Caleb Plant does seem to, you know, fade out in the second half of the fight. But then, you know, I don't know. I mean, you got, you know, he faded out with Canelo for sure. You know, and that's a, you know, Canelo's a pressure fighter. Definitely had the experience. In there with Caleb Plant, you know, just, you know, Canelo's Canelo's Canelo. He's Canelo for a reason, right? And then you got Benavidez, who's just a big monster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but you know, I don't think that Edgar Berlanga possessed the obviously Edgar Berlanga has pop in his punch. You know, we're not gonna ignore that, but I don't think that he has the skill nor IQ. And that's more important than the IQ is, you know, that's more important than any amount of power that you can have. It's just like, you know, if you have a tank but you have no aim, or you don't have a target to hit, then what's the use of a tank, right? And I don't even think that Edgar is like bringing that type of power. I think that he has pop in his punch or whatever. So I'm not mad at that, but I just don't think that he has the ability to keep up with somebody like Caleb Plant. I would love to see him against Jaime Munguia. I think that'd be a fair fight. I would have picked Jaime Munguia if they would have fought for sure, but I gotta see what Jaime Munguia is coming in May. Like I said, I think he'll get the revenge. If you guys don't know, Jaime Munguia was knocked out, I think in the 6th round, 5th round, something like that, against an opponent that virtually nobody knows, but. You know, I just think Jaime Munguia will right his wrong in the rematch, and we'll see a better Jaime Munguia. Maybe they lock horns. I would love to see him against Diego Pacheco, Edgar Berlanga. It's just a lot of fights that I feel like he should have had before the Canelo fight. I just didn't think that he belonged in there with Canelo Alvarez. And still don't. I mean, you know, obviously Canelo's on a decline of his career. Edgar Berlanga he had nothing for Canelo. As far as Caleb Plant goes, I don't know who he's gonna fight in May. I don't even have a clue. I could do a quick search down the rankings, but I don't. You know, I don't care. He's probably gonna fight, you know, a lesser name opponent. If he's gonna lock horns with Jamal Charlo, more than likely that's gonna happen, and I'm not mad at that at all. You know, their fight is long overdue. You know, they got history with the infamous slap. So I don't know. I would like to see. I think I would like to see, but I would eventually like to see them fight each other. I mean, that's a fight that's been they've been going at it for a while. Caleb Plant wants smoke with everybody, you know, and he makes sure that if you guys notice, since his fights with Canelo Alvarez, it's like all of his fights have been personal. And it's definitely been bad blood between him and his opponents. You know, Canelo Alvarez. You know, you had Anthony Durrell. Yeah, David Benavidez. Even Trevor McCumbee. So, you know, that's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Who do you see winning this fight? But what do I know?